You're a feminist.
Yeah.
What is the difference between a feminist and a knife?
What sort of a comparison is that? I don't understand.
Threaten to answer.
Yeah.
At least a knife has a point.
Emotional damage. So right now we're talking about how women, they want protection from men, but they don't listen when men are like, don't wear that, don't act like that, don't be around that person. But then when something goes wrong, they're like, they want the man to step in and help. It's like, well, I was trying to help, and they're like,
Well, that's because men see the problem before it happens, and women tend to see the problem either until it happens or until it's too late. Damn, I'm like, I wish I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in that conversation. I wish he would have recorded it a little bit longer, but let's get into it. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So I got a video for you guys from Sadia Khan, along with some other videos that's going to explain something that I've preached on this channel all the time about what I'm seeing in the dating market and just in our dating culture period, where it seems like the gender roles are slowly shifting in reverse. I think you'll know what I mean after you watch this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
They think they want a man who's not going to tell her what to do, doesn't expect her to cook and clean, loves her way more than she loves him, lets her do whatever she wants. This is what feminists actually believe, and Western women actually believe. They think this isn't a shit test. They think this is what they want out of a man. What they don't realize is any man that says, okay, I agree with you coming home whenever you want, I can't control you. Any holidays, you can wear whatever you want. You can come home whenever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can speak to your ex, no problem. They don't realize that the moment the man says yes to all of these things, she actually loses love and respect for him. And even if she doesn't cheat on him, she will get incredibly frustrated with him, particularly when she has children, because in her process of being this feminist and selecting a man that lets her make all the decisions, when she starts a family with him and when she has kids with him, she's frustrated that he lets her make all the decisions. She's frustrated that he's not a leader. She's frustrated that he's not protective over her and the kids.
Ain't that funny, bro? And it's you know what? And men try to explain this in so many different ways. So I gotta admit, it's a little bit refreshing to hear it coming from a woman, even if it's from Sadia Khan, who I know is pretty well known, especially in the male spaces, for being a grifter. Because prior to her like discovering RP content, she was always advocating for men. But once she came across RP content, then she completely switched. Because you know how some of these women are when they come across RP content, they see a small number of men that say the most awful shit, and they just assume that that's the majority of the group. Typical. But however, I do gotta agree with her on this. And again, this is something that we've in the male spaces that we say all the time. They end up it's just funny because it's like they fight so hard to become the very thing that they hate, and then when the thing that they hate, the men that they claim that they don't want men to act like anymore, when they're no longer acting like those men, then they got a problem with it. This is what I mean when I say, you guys, the room for error for men is so thin nowadays, because you have to be masculine, but at the same time you can't be too masculine because it's controlling, and then this is what you end up with. This is the end result. Let's keep it moving.
All right, y'all. So I seen a man say, ladies, why does our sense of discernment always tell us when a man is being unfaithful, but it never tells us when a man is unhappy? And I ain't gonna lie, it kind of made sense. We don't be seeing that shit coming. We can tell when that mofo is cheating. Ladies, do you want to answer this in the comments? Because I want to know. I'm curious too. All right, y'all.
Uh, Yeah, that woman's intuition shit. Yeah, that shit ain't real. But in short, it's because women don't care about men's struggles. They don't. They really don't. Women view women view damn, now that I think about it, do they even care about a man's happiness? Because I was gonna say, like, women view happiness only through their lens based on what men are doing for them. But when I think about it, I'm like, man, do women even care if men are happy? Well, let's keep it moving.
What's your age?
21.
Are you single?
Yeah,
Why do you think that is?
because I'm picky.
So what do you look for in a man?
A man of God. Okay, I know I'm at a club, but I'm still close to God.
Do a spin for the camera real quick so they see what you're wearing. So do you think the men of God watching this are gonna look at you and go, wifey one day?
No, I'm trying to change.
What do you think they're gonna think? Well, if we were dating, would you want me to cover all the bills or would you want to go 50-50?
Definitely not 50-50.
Why should me as the man pay for everything?
You guys don't give birth. You gotta make up for it some way or another.
So you expect me to protect you?
Yeah,
That means I should have some level of control, right?
yeah, you do.
So if I said no more girls' nights at the club, you'd cut it off.
If a man pays for all my bills, I would 100% be a stay-at-home mom.
What's your age?
21.
A real man is. He is sticking by me whether I cheated or not, which I did, but it's okay. We are still making it work. We are going to be one big happy family. As you know, we have other children together. So everyone's going to be brother and sister. Absolutely. Nobody's going to be treated differently.
No separation on my end. Because let me tell you something. As a man, I was brought up to stick by your woman no matter what.
Social media creates a false ego because of all of the male attention that you're getting on the internet, because you can post a picture and get thousands and thousands of likes, because you can simply post thirst traps on a platform called OnlyFans and make so much money from doing so. This has created a false reality in a lot of women's head, and it creates an ego that you are at a standard that you might not actually be. And what happens is when you get into a relationship and he wants to be the man of the house, he wants to be the leader, you're going to probably want a man that praises you and lets you do everything you want to do. And because there's so many options, it seems like, on the internet, sticking things through with one man is going to be more challenging. So just remember, social media can create a false reality in your mind. Social media creates
Didn't I tell you guys? I know I just said this not too long ago. This shit with social media and them having access to all these options is one of the reasons why they carry out this kind of behavior. Because they have so many options, they're like, well, you're gonna have to put up with X, Y, and Z because this man, that man, and this man want me too. And if you don't put up with my shit, they will. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Let's keep it moving.
I'm getting so sick and tired of women saying that they want healthy relationships because no, the fuck you don't. You absolutely don't want healthy relationships because why the fuck are you getting so mad when he brings up issues? If you want a healthy relationship, why haven't you learned to communicate better? Or why are you screaming in his face every time he questions you about your behavior? Why are you giving him the silent treatment every time he tries to express his feelings to you or flip it back on him and deflect it when he wants to talk to you about something serious? You don't want a man to take care of you. What you want is to be able to dominate said man so then you can feel more powerful in your role as a woman while you're on OnlyFans or have a roster and you want him to sit back and basically be a simp. Like, how the hell are you going to say that you want peace and healthy relationships when all you're doing is switching men and not changing yourself? You're changing partners to avoid accountability. But then when other women call you out on this same shitty behavior, now they're misogynistic and they're pieces of shit also. Even though you've proven time and time again with 3 different baby daddies or multiple partners and rosters that you're incapable of having said healthy relationship, and it's all a man's fault. So many women thrive so heavily in all of the chaos while simultaneously preaching that they want security in a relationship, and it's not security that you want. What you really want is to be able to run men, dominate men, treat them like shit, and get everything you want with absolutely nothing in return. Okay, bye.
You don't deserve princess treatment because some of you are horrible, horrible girls. Let it sink in. Some are just terrible women. There's no feminine aura about you. You're not kind. You're not nurturing. You're horrible to other women. You're a pick-me. You're mean to other women for the way that they look, for the way that they're dressed, a sense of style. No one wants to treat you well because you're a bitch. Plain and simple. No one treats you well because you don't treat others well. Plain and simple. You turn your nose up at less fortunate people, at people mind their business and just existing. No one wants that negative energy around them, especially a man who wants to treat someone well. A man will treat the right woman for him well, and you're just not that girl. You're not that girl. Look at yourself and ask yourself if you deserve it, okay? This goes for everything. It goes for personality and looks, because you can't just have one. You need to have both. Make sure you're worth what you're asking, okay? Every woman has worth and value, but that gets stripped away due to negative behaviour a lot of the time. I'm not saying you need to be a saint, okay? We have all done things that can come across as mean and offend some people. Again, I get princess treatment and I'm not the nicest person in the world. I've said some things on this app where people get really offended only because it applies to them. But anyway, but you need to have kindness in your heart, because otherwise you don't deserve that kind of treatment. For example, like my boyfriend, I will literally be in his presence and he'll be happy. That's all he needs. All he needs is me, and he'll be the happiest person in the world. He's happy, he's safe, he's calm and collected. And in return, he treats me like a princess because I make him happy. I make him feel masculine. Do you know what I mean? You're getting it, right? Just don't be a bitch.
I feel like nobody's paying attention to the fact that there's currently a war on traditional family values in America and a war on men. The left, liberal women are like, let's snuff men out. Let's feminize men. Let's tell men they're not men. We can be men and we don't need you. And traditional family values, oh, here's a war against that. What is a family? A family can be whatever you want it to be. It's back to, we don't need men. That's why when you look at the culture on the left, you have more violence, you have more crime, you don't have men in the homes, you have lower rates of marriage. Those values are not important to them, and they are literally purposely seeping them and infusing them into America, into the American value system. All you gotta do is turn the TV on and you can see it. Trust me, it's a war on men and a war on family. By the way, this isn't a new war. This war started in the 70s. It's just that now we can see all the work that's been done. And unless we do something now, everything we know as far as family will be no more.
Yep. And if you have what looks like what they're trying to push as a matriarchy, this is what you're going to get. Might end up doing a show on matriarchy because I came across a video that looked like it might have been very informative. Might do a live show on that. But please let me know what y'all thought about this, all right? If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel blog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.